This is an unofficial discussion slash update on potential tropical cyclone 2 located in North Colombia. Seek the National Hurricane Center for official information on this storm. I'll provide a link in the description. Some of the information here is going to derive from the National Hurricane Center. So, yeah. It's currently located north of Colombia, and it's pretty much done interactive land till its expected landfall around the coast of Nicaragua or Costa Rica. It currently has winds of 40 miles per hour and is moving at a somewhat fast pace, although not as fast as it was earlier. It has stopped interacting with land, which did hinder it from becoming a full-on tropical cyclone. Originally, it was actually forecasted to become a tropical cyclone before even reaching Venezuela, but it seems now that it has not even done that. It could become a hurricane before it makes landfall in Central America, although it could also be a strong tropical storm. I'll show the National Hurricane Center's cone now. You can see they forecast a landfall maybe around midnight Saturday this week, and tropical storm warnings and hurricane watches are in effect for the eastern coast of Costa Rica and Nicaragua. And interestingly, even though it is forecast to make landfall, it is forecast to live and not dissipate and emerge into the eastern Pacific with tropical storm watches in effect for the western coast of Nicaragua and Costa Rica. After that, it's forecast to strengthen and even become a hurricane to the south of Mexico in the eastern Pacific. Now here's a look at the sea surface temperatures over the Caribbean Sea. The sea surface temperatures will probably warm a little bit before it makes landfall in Central America, around 28 degrees Celsius, which is pretty good for strengthening with a tropical cyclone or anything that is likely to become one. In the eastern Pacific, there are also some pretty warm sea surface temperatures as well, which it will likely cross over into. There is a little bit of upwind from what was Tropical Storm Celia in the eastern Pacific, but that upwind seems to have decreased over time. And even if although it'll probably move over it, it probably will not really affect the storm as much. It could maybe pause some strengthening when it's over the eastern Pacific, but it is not likely to significantly alter it. And looking at wind shear, you can see wind shear in the southwestern Caribbean Sea is pretty low, very low. In fact, in some places, not even only about 5 knots, which is very good conditions. I mean, it doesn't directly help a tropical cyclone, but does not inhibit it either. And it does seem currently wind shear in the eastern Pacific is also pretty low, at least in this area towards the west of Central America. Now, look, there is reconnaissance inside the storm gathering data. Some of this I'm showing right now may be outdated, but currently it's not super outdated, of course. But yeah, reconnaissance is pretty much over the center of it, and is going to help to find out whether this is a tropical cyclone or not. It'll probably form into a tropical cyclone later today. And one thing that was preventing it from becoming a tropical cyclone was how fast it was moving. And it is still moving somewhat fast, but not as fast as it was earlier. And another thing that also inhibited it was the land interaction along the northern coast of Venezuela and Colombia, but that is pretty much over with. Now, a map of dry air, you can see there's some dry air over the southwestern Caribbean Sea, but there's not much. However, if this were not to develop a significant convection over center, that could be a larger problem for it. Another reconnaissance aircraft is currently inside the system to also help see whether it is a tropical cyclone or not. So yeah, there are 2 recon aircrafts in the potential tropical cyclone right now. And here's the key messages from the National Hurricane Center, which are very important for people living in Central America in the path of this storm. So heavy rainfall, mudslides, and flash flooding are very possible. And stronger winds are also likely when it's expected to make landfall in Central America. And that's pretty much all for this video. This is the first time I've done a video like this where I've discussed the tropics while talking, so it may not be as good compared to the other videos I did where it just shows text over and images. So thank you for watching, and if you live in Central America where this is projected to make landfall, please stay safe, seek the National Hurricane Center for official information, and listen to your local weather office.